Okay, welcome to part 3 of the Ram Power Wagon for 2019. You're with Derek Shaky from There Will Be Cars. That's my dad back there, Bob.
I'm Bob.
Yep. And I'm Brian, your host on New Car Spin. So the Power Wagon is impressive, and what we're going to do is we are going to put it into 4 high, just like that. Manliness. And then, of course, we have an axle lock option, rear diff lock, front and rear diff lock, and a electronically disconnecting sway bar for better articulation, and then of course downhill speed control. And I'm not sure if that's also rock control like you would get in, let's say, that Lexus, but with all the power we have on tap and this massive V8, I don't think we're going to have any issues today. We are going to put in a drive, and we're going to get ourselves some four-wheel drive action. So nice big mirrors, by the way. This thing is going to be fun. We're going to have so much fun with this thing compared to the Lexus. I'll let you hold that, Derek. Now, Ram just launched this vehicle. I don't even think you can buy one yet. This is April 6th. Today's April 6th. And I'm sure by the end of this month you'll be able to get one at your local dealer. So I figured I might as well off-road it while I can, because there aren't that many out there right now. And there was an event that I didn't make it to for the 2500 or the heavy duty trucks, but I did go to the Ram event last year when the new 1500 came out. So I do have a video on all the engineering secrets of the new Ram truck, and I'll link to it somewhere up there. I'll put it down there in the description, so be sure to check that out. Door locks automatically. That just happened. And I'm trying to think. When I was at that event with the 1500, I actually was able to drive one that had the electronic locking rear diff and one without it. And we had some really cool times at this one field where I was able to drive the 2 different trucks. And what I can tell you with the 2 different experiences is that I would prefer the locking rear diff, which was an option on those 1500s. I don't think there are any options here on the Power Wagon, because it's the Power Wagon. This is like the pinnacle of off-road amazing craziness. If I look here, the only options we do have are the bed sheets, the 17-speaker Harman Kardon system, the Uconnect 12-inch screen, and the Ram box, which you'll see are on the side of the bed there. The Ram box is pretty cool because it means you can still take your truck to the grocery store, and you don't have to put groceries in the back of the cab. You can just put them in the Ram box, shut the box. Also, when I mean groceries, I mean you can do ice and beer for tailgate parties, and you can't quite reach it from the beer window. But this truck is massive and comfortable. So right now we're driving over a pretty washed out road in the rain, and it's under full control. I hear, I don't know what that shake sound would be called. Oh, it's from the back? Okay, so there's stuff in the back. The cover, the bed sheets rattle. We don't have any fancy air suspension in here, but we do have an off-road lift, which is from the factory. And this is Ram's truck, by the way. I want to thank him for lending this vehicle to me, and I want to thank God for this weather, because this is the perfect time to go off-roading. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah. Makes it easier to get them dirty.
Oh yeah. And my job today is just to get this truck dirty. I love dealing with Ram as far as borrowing their trucks, because they never complain when I get them dirty. If you see my last Power Wagon video, you'll see I was off-roading it. It got dirty, and I let them pick it up dirty. And I said the same thing here, because obviously this beast is not going to fit through a car wash. So I'm going to let someone else wash it. They pick it up on Monday, and it's going to look great when I drive it back to Dallas. Oh, you drive it back to Dallas. I have to drive that frickin' Lexus. These seats are comfortable. For a truck, they blow me away, because I feel like I'm in a BMW. I feel like I'm in something with just perfect seating. The the driver's command, like the position I'm in here, I have an adjustable steering wheel. It's manually tilt adjustable, which I know is not the same as the former electrically adjustable steering wheel, but I do have also on the side a button here to electrically control the pedals, so the pedals can come in and out. And right now they're far back to the firewall. Some of you don't like this gear shift knob. I actually prefer this to a column shifter. This gets rid of the thing that gets in the way when you're trying to reach for items. Although the only thing it would get in the way of is the start-stop button for the engine. So all the layout in this truck has been completely updated to have all of the controls here in the center stack. And as compared to the Lexus, which had this console with a bunch of buttons and things that were technically not useful most of the time, I have everything I need for driving controls in this one cluster, and I have everything I need for towing in this cluster, and I have everything I need for entertainment and air conditioning and climate. Everything for comfort is in this cluster. Something really cool you'll notice is they've redesigned the Ram logo, which is very three-dimensional and very, I don't know, 8-bit, 32-bit, whatever you want to say. I did see that they incorporated that same design here into the center console. If you really pay attention, you'll see that Ram look is right there as well. All right, now we're getting a little bit more of a rough road. The Lexus didn't ride like this. No. The Lexus was a little smoother, I'll admit that. On the, well, you know what it's down to? It's down to the wheelbase. So, but this has a huge wheelbase.
Has a huge everything.
Yeah, there's nothing unpowerful about it. Let's see if I can get the map up here. We're gonna go to map. Okay. Actually, let's do this now. And the bottom card will do comfort. So auto. Okay. This is a pretty cool off-road park. It's in Marble Falls. We had to drive down here to Austin because in the Dallas area they have off-road parks, but not for 4x4 vehicles. So we were limited as to where we could take such a beast as this. I don't own a ranch, but I'm sure a lot of people in Texas who own a ranch would want one of these power wagons because you're going to have the land to take it out and use it with. We definitely are lucky to be driving one of these here on a day like this.
I gotta say, these power wagons are so cool. They make me want to buy a ranch just so I could get away with buying one of these to drive on it.
I agree. And I want an airplane, or at least a helicopter, so I can have a hangar so this button can do something for me.
Well, yeah, and I think that's how they wash these things is, you know, they get one of those forest fire helicopters, they just dump water on it.
They just, Well, plus, you know, at where I live in a condo, like the parking area, the parking situation was kind of tough. We do have a 12,000-pound Warn winch at the front, and I'm always tempted to just, at night, roll up and start towing cars out of parking spaces so that I can park this power wagon somewhere.
Yeah, it's part of testing.
Yeah. You know, the winch has to be able to pull free vehicles that need to be liberated, right?
That's right. Even if it's from a parking spot.
Yeah. It's been there, you know, 12 hours. It needs to be moved. All right, so we're gonna get into the fun area. It's a fun zone here. We got some water. We can see we can get some. Oh yeah!
All right.
Some good action going on. Not too yet. There we go. Dang.
You want me to get out so you can go through that again?
Yeah. I'll let you out here, and I'll come right back around. Derek will do some camera commentary for you, like a sportscaster on ESPN, and we'll see if he can. Well, I'll leave you to it, Derek.
All right.
We'll watch this video later. See how well you did with your comments.
You'll probably just hear a lot of oohs and ahs.
Number one team player, right? All right.
Normally it's very dry and dusty out here, so on a day like today you got to take advantage of the circumstances. And Power Wagon's like a Jeep Wrangler. It always looks better with some mud and dirt on it. Unfortunately, it's not quite as deep over here. All right.
Was that cool or what, man?
It was. It was.
Cool. Hey, let's go get some coffee.
Yeah, sounds good.
And then hit the trail. So I'll go ahead and take that camera. And
All
I'll
right.
let you get in the truck, and I'll talk about something real quick. You'll notice there that I was turning around and stuff. We were in four-wheel drive mode, and it's yeah. Let me open that door. There you go. It was a really tight turning radius, and that's something that even my dad noticed.
Yes, a tight turning radius for four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Especially with a long wheelbase like this.
Exactly. And let's see if we can demonstrate it somewhere else. Demonstrate it right here. Of course, you see the black. I don't know if that's a decal. That looks like something on the hood. I don't know if that's standard or part of an optional trim view package, but we're fully cranked. Yeah, feels pretty tight. Like Lexus has that trick little button to hold the rear inside wheel and using the crawl control system. But I think just a standard really good four-wheel drive system is better. And I don't know what that means. All right, we're gonna make our way over there to that cabin thing, grab some coffee and hit the trail. So we're gonna have a part 4. So thank you for watching part 3. And part 4, we're gonna hit really technical trails, and we're gonna try and not spill our coffee. So stay tuned.